Hello students. After herbarium and botanical garden, now we will discuss about museum. A museum is the collection of natural, artistic, historical or scientific objects. In other words, a museum is a place where artistic and educational materials are available for display, observation and study. The term museum, derived from the ancient Greek word, means a place of sacred to the muses. Muses, the goddess of arts and sciences. Biological museums are found in schools and colleges, like the biology laboratory that we find in our schools. They have collections of preserved plants and animals specimens for study and reference. In these museums, plants and animal species are preserved in jars and containers with the help of appropriate preservatives. Preservatives are the chemicals which are used to preserve all these plants and animals. And most of the time, formalin is only used as liquid preservatives. Students, different types of specimens like frog, snake, fishes, hydra can be seen in biolab, which are preserved in formalin solution only. Insects are preserved in insect boxes after collecting, killing and pinning. Larger animals like birds and mammals are stuffed and preserved. Stuffed means first they take out all the organs and bones from inside the body and then they fill it with straw. Clear, children? And then preserve. They also have collection of skeletons of animals. Basically, some insects, skeleton, then body fur and cone of cycas, all these preserve in dry forms only. The purpose of museum is to collect and preserve the achievements of the natural world and to use the collections to enhance human knowledge and understanding. Clear, children? A museum is the reflection of man and his activity and of his natural, cultural and social environment. Students, this is the picture of painter and art historian Giorgio Vasari. He only designed the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, Italy, the first public space especially designed for display of art collections. In India, there are several well-known museums. In front of you is the picture of oldest being Indian Museum at Kolkata, established in 1814. Next taxonomical aid which we are going to discuss is Zoological Park. Zoological Park, it is a place where wild animals and in some instances domesticated animals are kept in protected environments under human care and which enable us to learn about their food habits and behavior. The word zoo was first used in the late 19th century as a popular abbreviation for the zoological gardens in London. These are the places where animals and birds are kept in protected boundaries. You cannot go for hunting there, you cannot kill animals there. Time to time there is a regular checkup of animals in zoological parks. Natural environment is provided along with the safety of animals. This area, zoological park area, is made to provide them with a habitat closest to their natural habitats. Zoological parks or zoo established where high standard of care is observed and the animals live under more natural conditions. Zoological parks are very useful in spreading knowledge on the wildlife wealth of the country. Now we will discuss about well-known zoological parks of the world. In front of you there is a picture of Taronga Zoological Park, Sydney. It is one of the outstanding zoos in Australia. It was first opened in 1881 in Sydney. There is a collection of 4,000 specimens of 725 species, consists mainly of native wildlife. Next is Scottish National Zoological Park, Edinburgh. This park, founded in 1913 by the Royal Zoological Society of Scotland in Edinburgh, more than 1,190 specimens of over 150 species of terrestrial and aquatic animals are exhibited. There is a collection of the finest breeding colonies of penguins in the world. London Zoo, London, this is the another zoo, one of the most comprehensive animal collection in the world and the largest zoological library. The London Zoo is administered by the Zoological Society of London. The zoo opened in 1828 and the 36-acre zoo exhibits thousands of specimens. Next, Metro Toronto Zoo, Ontario, Canada. It has a fine collection comprising about 3,800 specimens representing nearly 450 species. This is Berlin Zoo, Germany, opened in 1955 by the municipal government of East Berlin. It has rapidly developed one of the world's largest animal collections, maintaining more than 5,350 specimens of about 885 species. National Zoological Park, New Delhi is also a famous park of the world. Founded in 1957 in New Delhi, it has more than 1,700 specimens representing at least 185 species. And now we will see zoos in India. Besides National Zoological Park, Delhi, there are other well-known zoos of India. Mysore Zoo, Mysore. Rajiv Gandhi Zoological Park, Pune. Indira Gandhi Zoological Park, Visakhapatnam. Nehru Zoological Park, Hyderabad. Nandankanan Zoological Park, Bhubaneswar, etc. Now we will see the last taxonomical aid, that is keys. Key is a taxonomical aid where plants and animals are recognized based on contrasting characteristics. Two contrasting keys are generally kept as a pair called couplet. It consists of a series of paired questions or descriptions. Clear? It consists of a series of paired questions or descriptions having only two alternatives. Clear? One of the alternatives will apply to the organism to be identified, and this result in the acceptance of only one and rejection of the other. Clear, children? One answer will be accepted and the other will be rejected. A key is based on the clearly observable features. Each statement in the key is called a lead, L-E-A-D, lead, or clue, as it leads to the next pair of statements that apply to that organism. Keys are generally analytical in nature. So there will be two statements for an organism. One will be accepted and the another one will be rejected. Let's try to understand this with the help of an example. This is a flow chart. Suppose there is an unknown organism and we have to find out which organism it is. There will be two options, yes or no. Only one answer will be acceptable, either yes or no. If answer is yes, then it will be acceptable, and if no, then it will reject. First, we will see the skin of that organism, that it is dry or not. If skin is not dry or answer is no, then maybe it is salamander. But if the skin is dry or answer is yes, then we will see the next, that organism is having hair or not. If hair is not present or answer is no, then maybe that organism is lizard. If hair is present or answer is yes, then we will see the next characteristic, that is opposable thumbs, that it is present or not. If answer is no, then maybe it is tiger. But if answer is yes, then we will see another characteristic, that is bipedal. Bipedal means when animals use their two legs for walking, then they are known as bipedal. So if the answer is no, then maybe it is gorilla. Generally gorillas use their four limbs for walking. And if the answer is yes, then this can be human being. So dry skin, hair, opposable thumbs, bipedal, all these are statements on the basis of which we use key. Some other taxonomical aids are also there, but these are not in your syllabus.